Hello, all YouTubers out there. Welcome back to another episode of Sintown Repair. I know it's been a minute. We've been trying to locate the right one per se. We've been trying to find the one that would catch everybody's eye, but also make everybody happy that we brought back to life. Right behind me here, I have a 1968 Chevy Bel Air. It's a straight six automatic. It hasn't been on the road since 2005, so almost 20 years, or maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we had got it from Ingleside over there, more towards the saltwater, Ingleside, Texas. So she was pretty rusty on the floorboard wise, but on the roof and everything else, it's not too bad. It's more of just the floors and the trunk, of course, and stuff like that. For the most part, she's pretty intact. Oh, and I kind of cheated. I started without y'all again. I couldn't help myself. The other day, I started working on it, and I was just seeing if I could get it to turn over. You know what I mean? Like, see if it had spark and everything. I didn't put gas or nothing. But, it wasn't getting spark for some reason, and I kept messing with it, like hitting it, the points with the screwdriver, and it was sparking. But whenever it came to me turning it with the rotor, it wouldn't spark, which it's supposed to. So I ended up borrowing one from one of the straight sixes we have in the back. And sure enough, once I replaced it, that was it. She got sparked. So I ended up having to go buy another one and replace that one that I took. But for the most part, she's going to be fun. She's going to be a beauty. I'm really happy to see y'all guys again. I know it's been a minute, like I said. It feels good to be back on the circuit. I hope that y'all really do get to enjoy this episode. And hopefully we get to have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. Okay, so for right now, just want to give y'all a little tour of what we're working with. It's pretty nice, right? I've never seen any vehicle that I've gotten. Like, I haven't gotten that many, I'm not that old. But all the vehicles that I've mostly ever gotten, they've never had this on there. And check this out. And it still has a filter. And it's a pretty bad filter, like, it probably, maybe you can spray it, but you know how dark that is. Pretty bad. But yeah, now she has that small little one barrel carb. One barrel? Is it one or two? I don't know. Y'all take a guess. That little carburetor right there, she's pretty nice. I had sprayed some WD-40 to get her unstuck. She's pretty complete. She has all that right there. She's all there. It's got the what is it called? The coil, and what else did she have? She had the distributor, and there's the oil filter. The radiator's still good. Oh, and check this out. I've never seen this either before. That's still original. That's not for me. That's been in there. I didn't even have to buy any. So whoever owned this, supposedly it was an older lady that owned the car. And she had parked it just because she had gotten, after you reach a certain age, supposedly they only allow you a few hours on the road, and then before you know it, they don't allow you at all on the road. So kind of sucks. Hopefully I don't have to get that old, and if I do, then maybe I'll still sneak in a drive or two every once in a while. But yeah, you can take a look at it. The rust is right here, more on the bottom. Little air weight holes. It makes it faster, You gotta always have that speed. And then the interior right here. Another thing about the interior, I've never seen one with the radio still in it. Oh, and check this out. On the on the odometer, she says 45,000 miles. 45,280 miles, which I highly doubt, because look at that pedal down there. That does not look like 45,000 miles, if you ask me. Maybe 450,000 miles. But yeah, this is the interior. Another thing, we're only going to be able to go through one side. I couldn't get these doors open. And look at this dent. Pretty big dent. That was not me or us loading up the car. Whenever we were loading up the car, we had a whole bunch of these to deal with. They were everywhere. They were all over the car. And some of them were even inside the car. You can see. Oh, look, we have a little friend. He was a little friend. He, she. It's gone now. But yeah, it's really bad right here. We still have the back windshield. We just had to take it off because she was already loose, as you can see. That's not good. Probably just cut that out. But fabrication? I don't know. That's pretty bad. She got the tail lights. Be a winner, say no to drugs and gangs, police activities, League of Texas. She might have been a cop. But, yeah, no, this is the trunk. It's crazy how big these trunks were back then. Like, imagine all the stuff you could fit. You could probably move out in one of these things back then. This door, couldn't get it to open. Tried. Yeah, no. The only one that I could get open, guys, was this one. Hold on. There you go. Got it. I only got to get this one open. See? More airway hose. It's pretty bad. I don't even want to know what it looks like underneath the seats. I haven't really got to look at it underneath. Just the motor and stuff like that. That's really all I care about, is just getting it running for y'all. I ended up replacing the key fob too. The key was bad. What else did I do so far? I guess that was pretty much it. I haven't done anything else. Oh, and the battery. We had the original battery in it. Well, not the original, but one of the previous batteries. But yeah, she's pretty much all there. I guess let's get started. What should we do first? I guess I'll go with the oil change and oil filter. It's very rare you see a bumper that big and that clean. With the one on the 54 at my grandpa's, that thing is bad, right? Like, I get it, you know, it's old and everything. It's it's like 10 years older than this one or more. But it's crazy what 10 years difference gets you rust wise. From this angle, the floors don't look horrible, but I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to take out all the carpet and everything and really get a good look at it, because it looks kind of deceiving. It looks good, and then if you were to take out the carpet and everything and see the top from the bottom, I bet it'd be a different story. Stuff looks like chocolate. Some nasty chocolate. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Did not work. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. Bro, you were just turning. Too big. Too small. Oh. Hey. Why doesn't this damn thing want to come off? Screw it. She don't want to come off. Getting off the old one. I guess a little knowledge goes a long way, but obviously it didn't go that long. You know, I was taught whenever we didn't have one of these or one of these, I had to go borrow this from my cousin down the road. You just put a flathead into it, and then you get it at a good angle. Then you turn it, and then it's supposed to turn with it. This thing was torqued down so bad, or so old, or I don't know what, because I've done it so many times, it's never done this, ever. This is STP brand, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, anybody that wants to mess with STP 20 years later and then take it up, just remember that check don't work. You need one of these. But we got it off, so that's good. That's good. Looks it's a new one, microguard flavor, and just put a little bit of oil in there. Get it ready. Just slip this right here. Slip, 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 slip. turn. Another good turn for good luck. Oh, there's more. Okay. Alright, she's good. Oh, yeah. There she is. There she is. Or 7. 7/8. 7/8. That's what it is. Alright. That's good. Good job. Alrighty now. Let's fill her up. It don't look too pretty in there. It's okay. Now what we got today is Rotella 1540. Since she hasn't ran in a long time. Look at that. That's gunk. Yeah. But we're gonna use this, and then we're gonna use some of this Hyperloop. We're gonna use about this much of it, and then put this much of it in there, and then we shake it up, shake it, and then we put some more into it, and then it should be good to go on that part. And we got to do spark plug wires, and that should be it. I already made the other stuff. This right here, it's gas, 2-cycle oil. Mix it together. You don't really want to spray carb cleaner or starter fluid, anything down there, especially something that hasn't been started in a long time. This stuff is it's better for it since it's been a while. I like that song. Remember, always pour it at an angle. Whenever you, hold on, I'll show you on a little bit. Whenever you do it straight like this, well, I guess that, well, usually, for me, I don't know why, it always, like, gushes out, but at an angle, it's always smooth. Because I remember whenever I was a kid, I always did it like that, and it would always doop, doop, doop. But like this, it never feels it, always straight down. I was watching the fourth Fast and the Furious the other day, whenever Brian and Dom, they're getting ready to go race, right? It shows them like supposedly like, you know, gearing up, building up, putting NOS, stuff like that. But all it really shows is them filling the car up with oil and doing the spark plugs. And then that automatically gives them, you know, 400 or 500 horsepower just like that. No cussing or nothing either. Like they just, like it's easy. I mean, it is easy. It just, you can't tell me there's never a time whenever you think that you have the right ratchet or the right size or the right tool or you need a cheater pipe or anything like that. Like it was just funny to me how movies make this stuff look. It is nothing like that. And then we were talking on the other day about the other Fast and the Furious, the first one, whenever Brian's racing in that first race and he's in that Eclipse and whatchamacallit, he's going fast, right? And then he uses the NOS, and for one, it says danger to manifold, and computers don't tell you that, like they never have. I mean, there is danger, but it's not going to tell you that, especially around that time. And then another thing that got me was, why would the floor pan fly off whenever he's already reaching 160 or 180 miles per hour? I've never seen nor heard of that ever happening in real life. I thought that was funny. I don't know if you ever pay attention to those little details. You're just like, what the heck? Alright, that's enough. Save some for later. Just in case. Alrighty. There she is. It's good stuff. Yeah. I remember whenever I told y'all that we had some little friends for y'all to meet, and I never brought it up ever again after that. Don't think I forgot. Recently we had puppies, bullies, exotic bullies, and they just turned 6 weeks. We just got their shots the other day. They're getting really big. They eat a lot too. Anyways, we're gonna show y'all today. Don't worry, we're gonna show y'all those, and then the last ones that we were telling y'all about, they're here too. We only ended up having 2. We had 9 altogether, but only 2 survived because it was our first time ever doing it, like taking care of them and everything. And we really should have like looked more into like burping and all that, because our dog, the female, she's really clumsy. So she would have killed them if we kept them with her, you know, 24/7. So we ended up doing it the hard way and staying up. Me and Lee would take turns staying up. I'd stay up one night, she'd stay up one night, but the whole day we'd have to stay up because they'd have to be fed every 2 hours. Well, whenever we do that, we were supposed to make sure that the mom licked them and everything to make sure that they use the restroom. And if you don't do that, then they can get clogged. And then whenever they get clogged, they end up, you know, drowning in their own feces and stuff like that. But we didn't know that. I think it was the second one. After we lost the second one, we ended up calling the vet and we asked them. Finally, we ended up doing it. But by that time, they were already like 2 backed up. So we ended up losing majority of them. And we were able to save the last 2. But yeah, it was hard. It was really sad. But this last litter that we had, we ended up having 8 and we only lost 1. This time we left the mom with them, but we still stayed up, you know, 24/7 almost. And what ended up happening? Oh yeah, so there was this one time that I fell asleep, and what ended up happening was whenever I fell asleep, I woke up and the mom was asleep. Well, I counted 7, and I was like, "Where's the other one?" And she ended up sleeping on it, and it died. And it had just died too. Like it wasn't even that long ago that it just died, because whenever I picked it up to try to do CPR on it, it was still warm, but he was already hard. Like whenever they die, before they die, puppies, they usually do this little stretch. The doctor calls it the death stretch. And whenever they do that, and then they stiffen up, once they stiffen up, that's it. They're not going to come back. You can try to bring them back, but for the most part, they're gone. It's really sad because it ain't even about the money. It's the fact that they were in your care and they end up dying. Like, it doesn't make you feel good at all. But I guess you live and you learn, you know? I'm just glad this last litter we did way better. We had majority of them survive. We're working on getting their paperwork right now as we speak. It's going to take about a month or a week or so. Because they still keep giving us that excuse that COVID and whatnot. Yeah, no, she's good to go. She's good to go. Good job. What should we do next? Should we fire it up or should we just change the spark plug wires? Fire it up? Okay. You got that on camera? Give it a little bit of gas. Dead battery. Alrighty, I guess we'll do the spark plugs first then. They aren't that bad, to be honest. Champion. Might end up reusing these. Yeah, probably so. Those aren't that bad. Remember, it's best to do it one at a time. That way, you know your firing order. I mean, you could always look it up. Could always look it up, but I just rather go one at a time. They're a little burnt on top, or I guess discolored, or white. It might be bad. Where's the other ones? got it. You got it. Guess how much these auto lights were a piece? Did you guess? They're only like $4. It's pretty good. They were trying to sell me the ones for 10. I was like, nah, I'm alright. I guess pre-gapped is better. Like, it's more expensive. But I got a buddy that works at O'Reilly's, so I just asked him if I could borrow his gapper real quick. So I gapped them before we brought them. I was made sure to be very careful with them because any little, supposedly, any little like knock on them or anything, like anything that you bang against them or anything like that, it throws them off gap, supposedly. I don't know if it's true. Whoa, that might not be good. This one's darker and shorter than all the rest. Wonder what's going on with this one. I don't know where most of y'all are from, but this Texas weather is very bipolar. It'll be cold at night, hot during the day, and some days it'll be cold at random. I mean, we watch the news, but there's some days they say it'll be warm and then it still ends up being like 50s or even 60s, which is not bad. I'm just saying that I wish it would just make up its mind, you know? My allergies keep acting up because of it. Are you in there or not? Yeah, she's in there. She's good. Spider. It went away. I don't know what it was. Did it bite you? Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. This one's red. That's weird. Never seen that before. But at least it ain't oily. Excuse me. Another red one. Spark plug straight. Still need the wires. I brought some fuel line. This old one is no bueno. So we'll have to see if that fuel pump works, which I'm pretty sure it don't. We're in for a treat today, guys. Keep backwards like that. Okay. YouTube fam, I might need to get us a carburetor because this one just not cooperating. I know what you're thinking, you're flooding it, but for some reason it just keeps taking more and more. Let's try it again one more time and then we'll take a break. Hey. What's spitting at me? You know what's spitting at me? It's victory. Yeah, that's right. Richard and Lee Johnson got this thing to run. Yeah. She likes that. But anyways, I feel pretty confident in my work. So what happened was trying to spin it over, trying to turn it on. The filter, the old one, remember how I took it off? You know, there's a seal that goes in between that, right? I didn't, obviously, because I left the seal on there and I put on the new one, and she was leaking oil each time it would turn over. So there's that. Honestly, I thought that carburetor was bad and that's why this thing wasn't starting. That wasn't the case. That thing just needs to be adjusted right and then she'll be alright. But pretty satisfied for right now. Right now we're gonna take a break. We're like starving. Like we're really hungry. But whatchamacallit, did have a good time. I was feeding off of this. That's why I hadn't eaten and made my partner over there not eat either. Sorry. I don't mean to whatchamacallit, what's it called whenever you abuse your workers? I don't condone overworking your workers, but I'm sorry, I really have to get this thing running. I'm on a deadline. But yeah, we're gonna take a break real quick. We'll come right back to it. See if I can get her idling for y'all. And then once I get all of that fixed up there, I brought some hose. Probably gonna need a filter for sure. Once I fix all that, then from there we'll get it idling and then see if she goes into gear. And if she goes into gear, then we'll see if we can just move her just a tad bit, or just pick up the back end like we usually do and then just see if it rolls. So, because we don't have any tires, could always borrow some though. But yeah, we'll be right back. Thank you. Alrighty, so we're back again. It's another beautiful day, not so windy. Hopefully y'all can hear me better. Whatchamacallit, where were we? Oh, right, so I ended up we were able to turn it on. I ended up getting some new fuel line. Don't worry, this is just temporary. This is just for now, just to see if it'll stay on. I ended up buying us another fuel pump I have to put on. What else is going on? There's something else that had happened. I can't remember. Oh, well, anyways, whatchamacallit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace that fuel pump, put it on, and then after that we'll see if it runs like that, if it'll run with the fuel pump. I took out that old fuel pump. I'll show you out here in a little bit what it looks like, and I tried like bringing it back, but she was gone. Like, she's really bad. You'll see. This whatchamacallit, this inside right here, like the inside of this one, see how clear that is? On that old one, you're gonna see what it looks like. It's pretty bad. We were up probably till whatchamacallit, like I think 8 or 9 last night, working on that, trying to see if we could get the fuel pump to work and not have to go buy one, but it was alright. The fuel pump was only $40 anyways, so, and it's got a lifetime warranty. That's the best part. But I'm kind of like not excited about today. Today, I gotta go work on this 2013 Ford F-150 with the EcoBoost, the 3.5 V6. Today I'm gonna be changing out the valve body and lead frame. I think that's what it's called. It's for the transmission. What's happening is whenever you're accelerating, if you accelerate too fast, a big wrench will come out on the screen, and whenever that happens, your airbag light will come on, and then it'll go, you could probably be doing like 50 or 60 and it'll just go to 0 and your miles disappear. Like, it just like malfunctions like bad. And I've been looking it up and asking around, and everybody keeps telling me that it's the lead frame or the valve body. So I decided to buy both, and now we're just gonna replace that. But I was hoping to get somebody else to do it because I don't want to do it because I don't like messing with transmissions. I know how to change the filter, but I've never messed with that stuff. But everybody's trying to charge like $2 to $3 grand just to replace that with the part, and for that I'll just do it myself. But I have confidence. I've been reading books and doing research on it, and I know, you know what they say, just because you read it or heard about it or know of it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get it to work right. Alright, look, so this is what I was doing. So I took out the old line, it's a metal line right there, and I was just hitting it right. Oh, see if it comes out. Well, usually there's like some gunk that comes out. Look at that. That's what's in there. Out with the old and with the new. There's a spring in there. You can't even see it. Only in this one you can see the spring. Isn't that crazy? But yeah. Not looking forward to today. I've heard a lot of nightmarish things that if you do it wrong, it could cost you a lot. Like a lot. Like new transmission, a lot. And if that doesn't fix it, some are even saying that you could just need a new transmission. Thing only has 150,000 miles. I don't understand how it would need a new transmission already, but what are you gonna do, you know, Ford? They say it's the best in Texas, but I don't know anymore. I've had so many problems with this truck that I'm working on right now that it's not even funny. The other day we had to do a valve cover gasket on it. There's so many sensors and a whole bunch of things that you have to take off, and you have to well, it's a turbo, so there's like extra stuff too, but you have to get all that off just to get to the valve cover. And then the valve covers, I don't know who designed it like that. They just made them out of plastic. A lot of people talk crap about Beamers, and you know me, I love Beamers, and they say that, oh, they have plastic this and plastic that. Ford is no different from a Beamer then, because there is like so much plastic it is not even funny. Who designed a valve cover to be made out of plastic? it gets hot under there and it gets crisp and everything. All it is really is a scam. They're just trying to get you to replace it quicker and faster so that way they can make more money. And on top of that, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to end up having to go to somebody that does, and then they make more money. And it just, I could go on forever. Alrighty. Let's see if it actually works. Pretty sure it will. It's brand new. I mean, why wouldn't it work, right? Oh yeah, and another thing we had replaced. It's pretty cool. I wish I could have showed you. I already tossed it out into the trash. There's a little whatchamacallit, filter that goes right here inside of the carburetor. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. That's crazy how original that is, that it was still in there. It wasn't black or nothing, which was surprising. Like, it wasn't, I wonder if they must have replaced it or something, because it wasn't that bad. But what was I gonna say? It was just cool to see. I've never seen one of those before. People have always told me about them, but every single time I've always opened a carburetor, they've always been gone. We're straightening this out. Hopefully it doesn't break. Please don't break. Still get it straight. Still getting it straight. Yeah, it's gonna have to go straighter. Work it or not. Probably should have just put it on before. That's my bad. My head's everywhere right now. I need it to be straight up. Excuse me. Aha! I did not want to take that off. That's why I just kept bending it. Remember, this isn't professionals, just to see if it'll work. So keep that in mind. Okay, ready? Look at Leonard. Why can't you see him? Oh, there he is. Ready? Oh, gotta tighten it up. Fuel pump's working now. Welcome back. We're back again working on the Chevy Bel Air, the 68. We just got done. I was working on the Ford, like I said, doing that lead frame and valve body, and it ended up going pretty well. Well, first I thought I messed it up, but it ended up going pretty well because it turns out it was just the wrong transmission filter. I'm not gonna say blame O'Reilly's, but I'm gonna say blame O'Reilly's. But anyways, I ended up putting on the right size, and we just got the truck back right now, so now she's good. She's not going into lip mode, none of that. And we also brought home my grandpa today. He's right there. Want to see him? Brought home my grandpa today. That's the one. Remember, he has the 54 Chevy, the 54 Chevy at the house. Anyways, so today ended up needing another starter. It didn't want to turn over anymore. We already put the starter in. We're about to check and see for sure and find out if the starter was really the problem, and see if we can get this thing idling and just go from there. Maybe even take it for a drive. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Flat tires, yeah. Battery? Is it the battery? Let me see. Where's the screwdriver? Yeah, the battery. Very little. Yeah. Like what? Battery's gonna be bad, right? Leave it on for a while. See if it's charging. Was smoking a little bit?
No?
I saw a little bit of smoke. Is that it? I don't. Come check this out. Oh, bad. Old exhaust. Alrighty, so y'all seen it here not today, but a few days ago that this car, she's good to go. The transmission works. I'm not gonna lie to you, probably gonna need some fluid because she made a horrible noise whenever I tried to put it in park. Check the brakes. The brakes look pretty good, but I would recommend a rebuild on those or just sand down the whole drum itself. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah. It's time to get rid of this one and move on to bigger, better things. I'm glad that I was able to bring this one back. 20 years, this thing had been sitting in the middle of like a forest in Ingleside. Like it was sand and a whole bunch of vines, like horrible vines. I don't know if you can see them. You see it? Horrible vines. I had to take out all of those in order to get this puppy out, but it was worth it, guys. It was worth it because this thing is back to life, and it only took, what, 2-3 days? How long did it take, 2 or 3 days? Like, it was nothing. So, more of these are to come, and more smiles and happy faces and butterflies in the stomach whenever you hear it turn on. More of those, especially. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming on and seeing this and enjoying it with me. I had a great time. I know it's been a while, but trust me, I swear that I'm working on getting everything in and out faster and trying to make more content for y'all. And I just want y'all to know how grateful I am for everybody that's here with me today, and that that's been motivating me and helping me get to where I am. And I'm having a good time, and anything and everything beats 9 to 5 at McDonald's. So thank you for that. But yeah, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all next episode.